High rollers. This war has been going for too long now, and it could have been finished with our victory back in 2022, but we are where we are now. And, we've come a long way as a community, and I as a streamer, and I want to take you back in time for exactly 2 years from today and show you what was there, how we've become the community as we are today, where we come from. So, my friends, please enjoy.
And I guess we're live.
Hey
Hi,
guys.
everyone. I guess some people were already waiting for us. Thank you, guys. Sorry for the delay. um, I'm gonna blame Jet as usual.
It was me.
As usually, yes. He
Yeah.
needed that delay, and I
Yeah.
guess it's not that long. So thank you all for waiting. And yes, it's day 298 of this war. It's Rick and Jet with you.
Howdy,
Today,
everybody.
I'm not feeling really good. Been ill for the last 6 days and cannot get better. Yeah, so I'm gonna be coughing and talking into my nose. It will sound like that. But I hope to get better next week, for sure. So, what else? This was another crazy week, just like any other. And yes, the the I guess the biggest event, the most sufficient, was that we were massively attacked this week again. I guess the last week was another attack too, right? And so this attack, Russians sent 76 rockets to us. Jet disappeared. I guess his PC must be off or something. I hope it's not power outage from Ukraine. From Ukraine to Canada. Who's watching there, guys? I see one person on the stream. And it still can't be Jet himself. I saw people waiting for us to appear on the stream, but we didn't. Okay, I'm gonna type to Jet to see where he is. And okay, for those who's gonna be watching this and recording, maybe it's too late to say it. If you'll stay until minute 3 of this video, you probably better watch me on 1.5x speed because I'm pretty slowly talking English, especially today when my brain is a bit damaged by the flu. And yes, we're gonna proceed. We're gonna talk about the war. Jet says Streamlabs kicked me. I rejoined and it's just me in the call. Going to leave and join in again. Maybe it's my Streamlabs, who knows? I'm not sure though. Let's see if he can join. And then I'll probably restart mine. Okay, technical difficulties. I'm sorry for that, everyone. Let's check. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, it should probably be my issue. Charlie, hi. We're having some technical difficulties with Jet. I gotta restart Streamlabs just really quick. Wait there. We're gonna be back in a second, and it's gonna be new link from now on, and people will just
We'll have to
miss
paste it in the
miss
chat of the old one.
I hate when it happens to the stream. Are you still in that link, right?
Yeah, I still have it open, so I can paste in chat if you
Yeah,
send me the new link.
please do it. Okay.
Or actually, I can just watch for it and paste it that way. Open another tab.
The description of this one will be the same. Okay, I just need to do a quick announcement of relaunching it. Okay, yeah, Charlie says "Привіт" again, which is hello again. Hi, Charlie. Thank you for relocating to this stream because that ended when I restarted the Streamlabs, and Streamlabs is usually doing this shit. I don't know why, but it is. It is what? It is just kicking Jet and not giving us any signs of life.
Yeah.
And then when I ended the stream, I needed to create the new one. Ugh, I hate Streamlabs sometimes. But anyway.
Yeah, that's annoying that I made us end stream entirely.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for providing us with this service. It's still cool. Sorry. Yeah, I'm a bit or a lot ill today. If you missed this one, Charlie. And yeah, to everyone who's gonna be watching this in recording, sorry, but yeah, it should be another link to this video. I don't know, I'm just confused right now. Now I'm confused. Yeah, Bavovna was something, what Charlie says, Jet, so still I keep thinking he's being kicked out.
I'm here.
Not by me, though.
Yeah.
By Streamlabs.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's do the new beginning. It's day 298 of this terrible war, and it's Rick and Jet with you.
Hey guys.
And yeah, we begin again. Just after 4 minutes on the other stream, we begin here. I guess the second viewer, who is Jet, right?
Yeah, it's probably me.
Joined us. Okay, I guess people will figure it out, and if they won't, I'm just gonna message them. No, I think I'm not. Okay, I'm sorry for that. But as I promised you, I've bought myself a little Christmas tree yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Beauty.
look at this one. It's actually with illumination, but as it's blurred, you see, you cannot properly see it. You can only see the silhouette of it, I guess. And I see.
Oh yeah, because it's blurred.
Yeah. But now you
Yeah.
know that it's a Christmas tree. And actually,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
also its reflection here.
Yes, absolutely.
It's shining, yes, and
Yeah.
also a light there in the corner, but they're too
Oh, yeah, I
high.
see it.
You see, there they
I
are.
see it. Oh yeah, beauty.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I gotta get something behind me here for the stream, something Christmassy. I don't know what. I think up on top of that cabinet.
yeah, I guess it's a
Get a
perfect
little tray up
spot.
there. Yeah,
Perfect
exactly.
spot for it.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so what happened this week? First and the biggest thing to discuss is that massive attack. 76 rockets sent to Ukraine by Russians, and 60 of them were neutralized, 80% efficiency, just as the previous ones. But this wasn't the only attack. First attack was not on Friday, as this one. By the way, Friday is pretty unusual day because usually they strike us on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday maximum, and they are changing tactics. This time it was Friday. But anyway, those 16 rockets still hit their targets, our infrastructure objects. This is why we were having a mini blackout again, like not all of the country, but still we were de-electricized, and it was not good because we also lost water for a day. Anyway, our services are doing great job fixing all of it in super short terms, and I'm just really grateful to them for being super professionals. And they've told us that they already have a procedure worked out because it happens every week. They do everything faster and efficiently than they did before because they already know what to do and how to fix it. And this is just amazing how how we're gaining experience from all of it and just making things more efficient.
It's awesome.
So yeah, and in just a second, maybe you have something to say because I need to go at the phone for 30 seconds. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say that that's good that you guys have had more consistent power lately. You know, even with the scheduled power outages, apparently some of those power outages aren't even happening, and you guys are having electricity throughout full days at times, which is really good to hear. It means the people working on the infrastructure are doing a great job. So thank you, everybody that is working on that.
They are just amazing. Those people who are working on our infrastructure to fix everything again is just
been happening, and you guys
awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, and I'm still busy with that shit, so maybe Charlie something to say.
Yeah, you got any big news for us, Charlie?
Yeah, how was
watching the World Cup? I bet Charlie's been watching the World Cup.
Yeah, I bet he is watching it right now, right? Because the finals happening right now. Maybe it ended already. I'm not sure. I saw a photo of Emmanuel Macron standing with his arms raised, like happy or not. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's all I know about football.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on with that at all. I see a lot of excitement online about it, though.
Yeah,
how's it been going then, Charlie?
Is the usual
Argentina have just won. Who are they playing for? That's against France today? Question mark. I don't
I
know
guess
this to be a fact.
Maybe, but I'm not sure. So Argentina is the new world champion?
I guess. I mean, we're about to find out.
Yeah, I guess we just found out thanks to Charlie. Thank you, Charlie.
Have just won the World Cup. It's done. It's over.
Yeah, I guess it was final today. What was the count?
Yeah, against France. Okay, cool.
Do you call it count? What was the result? Score, yeah, definitely use the word score for that. Macron was trying to negotiate a surrender. Yeah, as he always do with Putin, right?
Exactly.
Oh my god, that Macron.
Lots of drama.
Another important thing about the rocket strikes is that we Ukrainians stopped doing a lot of footages of those hits, of those strikes, and we finally started clear our information space from those videos because it was a big help for Russians when they when they needed to check if they hit the target.
Confirm their hits.
Yeah, to make a recon, like the post recon for their strikes. And I guess it helps us. And this week they even another word, translation begins. It's first translation today, by the way.
Not bad.
And I don't need to translate, I just remember they confirmed that our tactics been efficient because it's really harder for them. One of their propaganda channels in Telegram confirmed that it is much harder to know if they reach their targets, their rockets, because we have a censorship, but not only that, we have like conscious citizens in here,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we try not to work for the enemy, not to be the helpful fools for them. And I guess there's this attack. There was no videos at all. This last attack on Friday. Oh, it was only 2 days ago on Friday, but it feels like a week.
Hmm.
These, yeah, time during this war feels differently. Definitely, it is just like it's so stretched out,
Yeah.
and yes, it really feels uh, like what? It feels like a long time, but it still flies. It's so strange and it's so
Yeah, that
hard to
is
comprehend.
no doubt. Yeah.
Okay, 3-3 penalties, 4-2. Wow, it's just a crazy score. So they were playing with France, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they were.
Because I'm
So
still
wait,
not sure.
what does 3-3 penalties 4-2 mean? Like it was 3-3 and because of penalties, like the score was adjusted, or like
No,
penalty
no,
kicks? I
no.
don't know enough about
It happens.
football, so
It happens like this. If it is a draw in the end, like 3-3,
Mhm.
then and the time is already ran out, they start to hit penalties into each other's gates.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
then Argentina hit four penalties, and France hit only two of them. Yeah,
Got
but
you.
you see
Okay.
it after penalties, it was 4-2. Yes.
Okay.
So penalties is just like an extra score which beats that draw.
Yeah,
Uh,
okay, okay.
yeah, it's hard to imagine the pressure on the
The goalie?
gatekeeper,
Yeah, yeah.
goalkeeper. Yeah, well, when
Yeah.
when it happens,
The World Cup.
yeah, and he's fucking alone in there.
Yeah, that sucks. Oh man.
It sucks to be a goalkeeper, definitely.
Yeah, it sucks for the
And
guy kicking too, man. Like imagine you just miss the goal entirely. Like, holy
yeah, yeah.
stressful.
But most of them are professionals, right?
Yes, exactly. It's a pretty big
They
goal in football too.
they control all their hits.
Yeah.
Okay, then I congratulate Argentina with winning a World Cup this year. This country
Yeah.
is pretty
Congrats, Big W.
famous. It's pretty famous by their football players. They're
Hmm.
really talented. Yeah, yeah. This year they are the champions. Okay, let's get back to Ukraine and what happened this week.
Hmm.
Okay, we gotta go to the saved messages and just scroll up. Okay, Bavovna was happening a lot this week too. Um, in Russia and on occupied territories. Charlie says in 2020, when some young black English players missed their penalties, they got a lot of hate. People were very racist. Oh
Oh
shit.
god. That's awful.
I hope this year racism is not that like
Prevalent.
prevalent. Yeah, great word that you learned me a couple of days ago when when we was talking about that interview where
Oh
you
yeah,
said that
yeah.
homophobia is pretty prevalent here in Ukraine.
Yeah, yeah.
And yes, it unfortunately it is still prevalent, and
Hmm.
but the problem is that we also have different words in here, which were originally for gays, uh, but now they are not. Like, I'm not gonna say those words, but everyone
Yeah.
knows what word I mean. I guess it's just one word and the words that are coming from it. But that word doesn't mean gay anymore for us. It means a very bad person who is just um, mean in his
Yeah.
core and mean by his nature. And we usually use it. It sounds bad. Yeah, it sounds like we're cursing with on it being homophobic, but we're not. Not anymore.
It's been reappropriated to meaning asshole.
Yeah, something like that. It's
Yeah.
actually a perfect word for asshole word.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, we still don't. I mean, we still have to filtrate that language,
Yeah.
especially when we're talking to people around the world.
Yeah, that aren't
Not
used
being
to like a reappropriation of a slang word that is otherwise meant for something else, right?
yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so getting back to Ukraine once again. I'm trying today so hard to do it, right?
Sorry.
But it seems no, it's not you. It's me. It's me who's getting distracted by myself all the time.
Yeah, I'm doing it too, though.
So there's a train somewhere in Russia, I guess, and yeah, that shit happens to Russians. They just lose some of their armored vehicles during their transportation, and they decided to drag one down. I don't know why, and this shit happened. Just look at this with your delay. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay. Have you seen?
Yeah, they're just pulling it off now.
Yeah,
And that's a big oopsie.
they pulled it
It
off,
is upside down.
and it's upside down, and they cannot do anything with it now. Yeah, it's
It's gotta be hard to flip a tank over, I think. Like, once it's upside down. Like, how do
I
you even flip
guess
without just dragging it?
I guess
I mean,
yeah.
obviously there's a way, but
You
that seems like a
need
tremendous
a
pain in the ass.
huge transporter, a crane
The
with a
crane?
crane, yeah.
Yeah.
And you need to lift it and turn it over. It's pretty hard to do.
Yeah. Tanks are
But
heavy
they are
as
heavy.
fuck. Yeah.
And this wasn't a tank, it was armored vehicle to be
APC.
precise. BMD,
Oh, okay.
they call them, I mean, Russians call them BMD. We have them too. We have
Yeah. Is that
almost
the same as what like Americans or Canadians, I guess, would call APCs, armored personnel carrier?
Yeah, I guess it's
Okay.
the same. They differ by having wheels and the other thing with which is
Tracks.
yeah, and
Yeah.
tracks. I guess BMD is with tracks, and
Okay.
the other one is with something
Yeah, with wheels.
wheels. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I forgot the name of the other one. Interesting thing of how Russian special psychological operations work. They actually sometimes doing some interesting stuff. Like this week, we had a news in the Telegram channels that we have one of our unbreakability points. You remember what it is? I've told you about it.
I don't think so.
Maybe, yeah, unbreakability is just like the exact translation. But it is the place where you can go where you can find electricity, heating,
internet.
water, internet. Yes.
Yeah.
So it was a news that here in Kiev, one of the unbreakability points started burning, and
Oh shit.
yeah, there was a fire, and there was a dude commenting the video in Ukrainian, in pure Ukrainian. But the next day, there was an OSNIT, research made
Yeah.
that discovered, which you can also see on the screen right now, which discovered that on that video there were Russian vehicles moving around. Actually, yeah, they were identified by the headlights and by camera on that ambulance also. And yeah, also by the coloring of them. and all those lines that they put on their cars. So this video was a fake in the end.
Yeah.
So they really doing such creative operations, like they're trying to sabotage our government or our governmental structures, like unbreakability points for Ukrainians to stop believing in their government and start doubting and protesting and stuff. So there was no fire in any unbreakability points.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's mind blowing sometimes how Russians are even still. They are super inventive and deceiving, and yeah, those bastards are still working on making us. Oh,
Trying to divide you guys.
yeah, making us divided. It's actually a
Yeah.
good word. Thank you, man. What else? Tanks are still not coming to Ukraine. I mean, there are a lot of rumors about Germany finally giving us those Leopard tanks, but
Yeah.
they're still being slow and not giving us anything. Abrams tanks are in the informational field too, but they're still yeah, it's hard to understand or just prognose anything about them. Yeah, but our partners like Lithuania, they are asking for USA to give and yeah, for Germany to give those tanks to us, but it is still a matter of I don't know what time. No one knows.
Yeah. Hopefully soon.
Yeah, I lost the track of my my what there. Of my thinking. Sorry, I'm just ill. This is why I'm a bit slow thinking today, slowly thinking. And yeah, I'm
Okay, bro.
forgetting stuff, but yeah, you see, I've turned on the video for you to see how bad it is out there on the front because of the weather, and when the ground is getting soft, you see,
Oh my god.
yeah, our armored vehicles can just float in the mud. It's crazy what can
That is
happen there.
crazy.
You cannot move fast in those conditions, and
No, not at all. I mean, you couldn't even walk around. Like, without those tracks, you're fucked.
yes, and those vehicles are just drowning there, but they're moving anyway, and it's good. But I guess not all of them are able to
Yeah.
move.
Oh, it looks like it's moving more like a boat than a fucking, like, ground vehicle.
Yeah, it looks more like a boat. I agree with you. Okay, 64 new defenders were back from captivity. There was a new exchange. 64 Ukrainian soldiers, heroes of our time, came back to Ukraine, and after rehabilitation, they will be back. I'm sure most of them want to go back to front to defend our country. That's something that I usually hear from interviews of former prisoners of war, Ukrainians, I mean.
Yeah.
Most of them, like, not most of them, some of them even, losing their limbs. They're getting prosthesis and prosthetic. No,
Yeah, prosthetic.
prosthetic, yes. And after
Yeah.
that, they come back to front. Some badass warriors, they have multiple prosthetic on them and fighting on the front lines. It is just remarkable and admirable
Yeah.
what
Absolutely.
those people are doing for their country.
Yeah.
This video is Kherson being bombed, and it's a main building of Kherson It's Kherson administration. You see, it is receiving a huge rocket
Oh my gosh.
strike on its dome, on its ceiling. Kherson is getting constantly bombarded by Russians every day, shelled, I guess, not bombarded.
Yeah.
Rocket strikes with S-300 systems. You remember those air defense systems which Russians are using to shell and rocket strike our cities, towns near the front, like in around 100 kilometers range. Okay, another important and good news this week is that this beautiful system, which is called SAMPT or SAMPT, how we call it in here, it is a French-Italian system, if I'm not mistaken. Air defense systems for sure. And Zelensky asked France and Italy to provide us with this system. It actually has a second name, Mamba, or Mamba, maybe Mamba, I guess is the correct
Mamba.
pronunciation. And this system was agreed to be given to us, to Ukrainians. I guess in the upcoming months, but it's a good news anyway. Even if it's gonna be maybe too late, I hope it's not gonna be too late. What do I mean when I'm saying too late? It means that Russians are looking to make a full blackout in Ukraine, and with each strike, they're getting closer to their goal, and maybe someday we should be prepared for that. They will cause the blackout that will make our system dead for like a week, maybe 2 weeks. I hope this won't happen and we'll receive the systems on time. But when I'm saying they might come too late, it's when we're gonna experience one of those crazy long blackouts. And I hope they won't come that late. I hope it's gonna be in time. Let's just cross our fingers. And so our air defense systems are getting better. Another attack this week. It was on Tuesday or Wednesday, and it was Shahed attack. 16 Shahed drones were sent to Kiev, to our infrastructural objects, or 13, I'm not sure, 13 I guess, more likely than 16, and they were all destroyed by our air defense systems.
Good.
That morning I was hearing some explosions outside, and I was preparing for a day without electricity, but our air defense forces just surprised me with 100% efficiency, and that day was with lights, with water. So we're really
Beautiful.
proud of our air defense forces here.
Yeah, that's amazing.
This is super amazing. Okay, another creepy asshole from Russia, some politician, some local politician, I guess, was making, they have some kind of tradition, I'm not sure, maybe not only them, but he took like a small letter from a kid from the Christmas tree and read it out loud. So he said that some boy from Ukraine, from Kiev, wants rockets. And he says, okay, boy from Kiev, you will get rockets. Wait for it.
Oh my god.
And that dude, that Russian bastard, said that of course it's a joke, but the reaction of, I guess, his staff behind him, look at this guy. Yeah, he just face bombed.
Yeah.
Let's
Well, I
watch
mean,
again.
that's good. There's somebody with a conscience in there. Jesus Christ.
Yes, this is just crazy how those fascists are joking
Yeah.
about.
Just
Uh,
let's threaten children.
Yeah,
Alright,
about threatening children with rockets. This woman you see on your screen is a Russian woman who is just, going. I mean, she lives in Russian province, and she was making like a ironical, satiric video where she was showing everything around, where it is trash everywhere and
Yeah.
in what terrible conditions they live in. Yeah, I it's pretty funny video actually, and I wanted to make some subs for it and post
you
it
should,
on
definitely.
Twitter, but
Yeah.
fuck, man, I'm so exhausted this week, so
Oh,
ill.
yeah.
I
No
don't
rush,
have
but
powers for anything.
yeah, when you got time, when you got energy,
Oh
I'd be
yeah,
interested to see what she's saying.
I hope. Okay, so Bavovna, awesome Bavovna in Irmino in Luhansk Oblast happened. This was a massive explosion. I guess it was the warehouse of shells on occupied territories. This was a nice one. Let's go to the screen and see this explosion. Yeah, from the very beginning. The explosion was massive. Yeah, you cannot maybe. I don't want to turn the sound on, but look at this. I guess he's making a footage from pretty far, making a video, like from multiple kilometers, and the explosion was massive. So this was a nice Bavovna this week
Holy
again.
shit.
Yep. And another video of the same explosion from another side, I guess. Yeah, the blast wave is scary. They always hide when it's coming to them.
Yeah. Holy shit. The second video really shows the scale.
Yeah, it shows you the scale.
That's crazy.
So yeah, HIMARS are doing their job. It's just awesome to see it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And let's see some terrible reality that our kids live in. I present to you, not me, but this woman presents to you a body vest for children, and yep, this is what our children are
Oh my God.
wearing these days. Okay. In that prisoners of war exchange this week, uh, yeah, let's just see the video. Damn, I'm really slowly minded today. Oh, how do I say it?
Just slow. Just slow today.
I'm super slow today. Yeah, so in that exchange, we were exchanging a Russian agent who was actually a priest from UPC MP, that Moscovian Patriarchy Church, remember? So
I do.
he was sentenced to 12 years because he was Russian agent and committed a high treason here in Ukraine. And we exchanged him for our soldiers. I guess it's the only, useful thing that this piece of shit have done.
Yeah, exactly. At least it's good for a trade.
Yeah, Charlie. Ukrainian version of Дети is Diti. So Diti is Ukrainian version, and Russian version is Дети. Um, Nice to see you're watching, by the way, because you're pretty silent in the chat. I really like when you type a lot in there. Maybe you remember some stuff from this week, Charlie. What do you think?
Yeah, anything you want us to touch on?
Yeah, some topics. Maybe something I'm missing. I'm definitely missing because I didn't go through all my videos that I saved for today. Look at this one. It's Bakhmut, and yeah, from a copter, and it's in flames, and you can see new explosions happening right when it's getting uh, recorded. Yes, so this is crazy how. Yeah, the scale of distraction not distraction. You can see buildings are burning.
Yeah.
The fight continues. Yeah, just one explosion just happened there. This is actually also a advertisement for Butusov Plus channel, Ukrainian journalist who is usually on the front lines. He went to Bakhmut this week. Maybe he's still there. And yeah, he's doing the reports from the very front line, usually. Patriots, yes, Patriots. Definitely needed to talk about that. So these systems, these American air defense systems, have been asked by us Ukrainians for a long time already, and American government was thinking and arguing, and now there are some rumors from American press that they will. That American press told us that they plan to announce it already this week, like in the middle of the week, but this week has ended and there's still no Patriots for us. This is a good system. It can also work against ballistic missiles, which are those missiles that will be sent from Iran if it work out for Russians. So this system could really help us to deal with not only winged missiles but also with ballistic rockets.
Yeah.
Because I guess most of the systems we have they cannot deal with that because what is the difference of ballistic missile compared to that one?
Well, is it like the propulsion's different, right? Like they're propelled by different means.
Yeah, but the biggest difference is that ballistic missile is usually has a ballistic trajectory, which
Oh yeah,
is
okay,
it is going really up high, and then it's just going down like almost 90 degrees to the ground. So it's like if the usual winged rocket is flying over the ground, it's like plane, a jet, and it can be hit easily, but the ballistic missile will just drop down like a bomb, and it's much harder to hit that rocket because it's also faster, much faster than that.
Okay, got you.
That's the difference. And yeah, Charlie says ballistic travels faster than the speed of sound. Yeah, it usually does because, when it's going to the space and then it falls. By the way, what about the word? We have a word in Ukrainian that sounds like perpendicularno. Do you
Perpendicular?
understand? Perpendicular is the same.
Yeah, well, I mean, like perpendicular to the ground. You're talking the winged ones, right?
Yeah. I was talking about ballistic missiles. Yeah, perpendicular to the ground. That's what I wanted to use. Thank you for helping me out with that. Okay, so what else? What else? What else? Belarus. The topic of Belarus invading us is, well, you know that they helped Russians with their territory from the very beginning of the full-scale invasion. They provided them a space to invade us from. They've also did what? They also launched, or let them launched missiles, but Belarus army wasn't ever involved themselves. They only gave grounds. They gave the equipment, the armored stuff like vehicles, like tanks. They gave shells to Russians also. A lot of them, like 60,000 tons of only in summer, I guess.
Mhm.
And yes, and Belarus is the topic that is actually used to terrorize our society for all this war since I guess March. Every month, like once a month, or sometimes the whole month, we have the messages that Belarus will definitely finally invade us to help Russians.
Yeah.
And it's not happening every month, but you know that Russia mobilized 300,000 people minimum. Maybe it is even more
Yeah,
right
it could
now.
be.
It could be more, but those the only 100,000 of those mobilized were sent to front. The other 200,000 were trained, were equipped for the last months. They are mostly located on the Russian war bases, on that polygon. Remember that we use it in here. It's just like a big training center, military
Yeah.
center.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and there was a couple of days ago there was an interview of Valery Zaluzhny to Politico, like maybe 3 to 4 days ago, even. But in that interview, he said that he believes that in January, February, maybe in March maximum, Russia will definitely use those 200,000
Yeah.
new soldiers to try to invade us from different directions again. And he's not excluding the option of invading us together with Belarus army and coming to Kiev again, like trying to
Yeah. Trying
siege the
to.
Kiev again. Definitely, they will be met by our soldiers, by our armed forces, by ZSU and our regions. Let's look on the
Yeah.
map. Our regions that they have border with Belarus. Let's watch. Let's look here. It's Kyiv Oblast in here. So it's actually the capital, and you see that this green zone, it was invaded and occupied by Russians in the first months. They've been here only for a month. They were destroyed there by our army, and they left
Yeah.
to Belarus in the end of March. So Kiev Oblast will be prepared. Our defense systems are like getting stronger on the borders. The other oblast is Zhytomyr, Zhytomyr, and it is next to Kiev Oblast. There's also a border with Belarus, Rus, sorry. Rivne is the third one, and yes, it has a nuclear power plant on its territory, this oblast. So this is another risk just like we have in Zaporizhia, you know.
Mhm.
Another nuclear power plant could be captured, and the Volynska Oblast with Lutsk as its capital. You see Lutsk in here. So this one is also it also has border with Belarus, and Poland is the other neighbor of this.
Yeah.
You see Poland in here, yeah, with this region. And the fifth region, which is bordered with Belarus, is this one. It's Chernihiv region. It's pretty big. It's also bordered with both, you see, Belarus and Russia. This was invaded in the beginning of the full-scale invasion too. Russians, you see, were mostly using the roads. They weren't occupying the territories, and it was one of their biggest mistakes where they took huge losses
Yeah.
by just stretching in and
Spread
with
themselves too thin.
they spread themselves too thin. Those columns were constantly ambushed by our defense forces, and they were destroyed and left in the end of March 2, together with Kiev Oblast. Okay, so Belarus is actually something that will definitely happen. I mean, they will try to invade us again. I believe this. But probably with just Russian soldiers, just like in the beginning of this full-scale invasion.
Yeah.
I guess this will be something only done by Russians. I'm not sure. I cannot be 100% sure. But I have that feeling because Russian people seems not want to fight us. Charlie says Deep State doesn't show liberated territories in the north that well. Sumy City was completely surrounded, for example, and Chernihiv almost as well. Well, Charlie, they are pretty professional about that. And I cannot say, you see, it was kind of surrounded, but this road wasn't occupied by Russians. This is, and I believe these guys, because they are really making changes to the map, like after multiple months, as they research information, they try to find what really happened there and where Russians have been.
Yeah.
And yeah, it seems
Only
that
going off confirmed info.
yep, and it seems that Sumy wasn't surrounded after all. Yeah, yeah. What do you say?
Oh no, I was just gonna say I have to pee really bad, so I'm gonna be back in 1 second.
Okay,
Sorry,
okay.
I didn't take a pee before I hopped on.
No
Okay, 1
problem.
second.
Go.
Okay.
We'll wait for you. Yeah, about Chernihiv, you see, it was almost surrounded. As you can see it on the map, it was almost surrounded, but still not fully surrounded. Oh yeah, they couldn't do it because there's a river in here, you see? So yeah, you can say that it was surrounded after all, because there's no road to surround. Yeah, there's a small road in here. It could have go to this village, but no, I guess they just been kicked out of there. Anyway, if Belarusian soldiers invade, the Sioux will not stop at the border, I hope. They'll get Minsk in 3 days. Minsk, you know, those Minsk peace deals, those miserable peace deals that we had with Russia. And I just read your message like they will get Minsk 3 in 3 days. Like in the other sense anyway. But I don't think that we need to underestimate their army. They still can give us problems, even being like unprepared and unexperienced, because we, just as Russians, have 8 years of war behind our backs, and Belarusian army wasn't fighting anyone ever, I guess, since Soviet Union been dead, right? In 1991. So they just didn't fight anyone. They don't have battle experience. And it is good. Good for us. Okay. Let's check what I missed. Belarus is definitely a very risky point, and it will probably give us more problems. But our army is preparing for that. This is why, yes, it's not gonna be that bad. I believe in ZSU. Okay, so today Bavovna happened in Irkutsk Oblast in Russia. A huge plant that is that is making gas out of oil and also the other type of gas, making gasoline out of oil and working on the gas too. It is burning today. I guess it may be even still burning. It is a huge, massive fire in there. You can see it on the video.
Holy shit.
Yes, it is burning pretty widely. And it's another beautiful Bavovna this week. Okay, what else? You see this address of Zelensky. It's actually in English. We maybe probably watch it right now. What do you say?
Oh yeah.
It's only 1 minute and a half. It won't take much of our time. I just wanted to see it, for you to see it, to tell me if it's really that political as FIFA claims. Let's watch it.
Okay.
Greetings from Ukraine to all fans of football, life, and peace. I congratulate the whole planet on the World Cup final. Today we'll witness a common victory, the celebration of human spirit. This World Cup proved time and again that different countries and nationalities can decide who is the strongest in the fair play, but not in the playing with fire, on the green playing field and not on the red battlefield. This is the dream of so many people when players compete, making everybody enjoy peace. Every father would like to take his son to a football match all over the world, and every mother would like her son to be back from war. Whenever it is, Ukraine strives for peace more than anything else. We offered peace formula to the world. Absolutely fair. We offered it because there are no champions in war. There can be no draw. So I announced the initiative to hold a Global Peace Formula Summit this winter, the summit to unite all nations of the world around the cause of global peace. Stadiums, stands get empty after the match, and after the war, cities remain empty. That's why wars must fail, and peace is to become the champion, as it is here in Qatar now. The World Cup, but not the World War. It is possible. Please support Ukraine in our efforts to restore peace. Join Global Peace Formula Summit and become a champion of peace. Let's witness the final together and the end of war. Slava Ukraini and happy Qatar Day.
So, is it finished?
That's good. Yeah, just finished. Good timing.
So, FIFA, Zelensky requested to show this video before the beginning of the finals of today's match, of the World Cup. And they refused him and said that it's political and FIFA is just outside politics and stuff. So it seems to us Ukrainians, it seems a bit unfair because it wasn't political at all. He didn't even mention Russia in this case.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like a message of peace.
Yes.
So
it was.
I mean, like, exactly. I mean, like, yeah, that's just a silly reason to say no. I mean, yeah, especially given the platform they have right now and the whole world's watching, you would think they would want to, help spread that message. But that's an odd choice.
It seems like, sometimes people, like not people, let's say organizations in the world or politicians, they are covering their support of Russia or maybe unsupport of Ukraine by saying we are out of politics and we just don't want to get involved.
Yeah,
but it's just like choosing sides.
It is, exactly. Yeah, no, that's just bullshit. But especially considering there was no direct mention of Russia. I mean, it's obvious what he's talking about, yes, but it is clearly a message of peace.
Yeah, and definitely, yeah. At some point, he said fear, but he meant fair. It's just his accent.
No.
He said we something like we offer a fair play, like a fair play. It seemed funny to me a bit.
I filtered it to fair anyway in my brain.
That's good. That's good. So it works. It means it works. Okay, the power outage should be pretty soon, anytime soon, I guess. Yeah, I'm super numb today. I feel like my temperature is rising, and my nose is just not breathing properly. Sorry for that. And yeah, technical difficulties in the beginning and all of that. It is just, it looks like people weren't able to discover our stream today, like that many people.
Yeah, well, we had to restart a whole different stream. I went and commented this link to the new stream on the old stream, so hopefully if anybody ended up there, they could use the link. But
yeah, thank you for that, man.
Oh yeah, no problem.
But anyway, we had our friends here today.
Yeah. Nice to see you, Charlie.
Yeah. I still want to talk with you about a couple of things.
Oh, for sure.
Before we leave. Let me think. There was something in my head that I wanted to share with you. But I'm too... the thing is that, today Belgorod, that Russian city in Oblast that is near Ukraine, it was shelled all day, and I actually am convinced that 99% of all the strikes that are taken by Belgorod and its region, it's Russian attacks. This way they are trying to convince their people that they are at war to make them go and fight at this war.
Yeah.
It's the way to mobilize their society, to want them to protect their own land. They're just creating that fake danger, right?
Yeah.
And by that danger, they convince them to go and die for Putin. And that, well, in this case, they make them think like they're dying for their country already. And it works, because in a couple of interviews, a couple of volunteers who wasn't mobilized but were volunteering to go fight. They've been telling the story that they're from Belgorod or Kursk, which is actually also bordered with Ukraine, and they're being shelled by Ukrainians. They went to protect their country because they've been told that Ukrainians are already at the borders of Russia and invading Russia. So yeah, Russians are fooling their population with this stuff, and they just convincing them that their country in danger. Well, it is actually in danger, but it's
But from
danger.
themselves.
It's dangered by themselves, and the Russian government is the enemy of Russian people. The tragedy is that Russian people will never realize that until it's the catastrophe and the end of, I don't know, it's hard to imagine these days, but something like a huge civil war waits for them.
Yeah.
Awaits. The probability of this is pretty high, and
yeah, some kind of like, civil unrest is definitely on the horizon for them at some point.
Yeah. Charlie, what do you think? Do you talk about this stuff in Britain, by the way? About potential civil war in Russia when they totally lose here in Ukraine and will be like kicked out of here. But yeah, we actually here in Ukraine we really think that this will happen, and we just want to see. We just want this. Okay, I'll be honest. We just want to see this.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, I mean, it's kind of something I expected, like, from the start, right? Like, but obviously they have such good control over their information space that nobody's actually finding out what's happening. So
yeah,
that's the unfortunate part. But you got to think, like, with modern technology, like how much can they possibly censor the internet there?
You mean their citizens?
Yeah, like Russian citizens. Like it's just amazing to me how good they are at like censoring their information space and controlling